Welcome back. We're continuing our gardening segments with Joyce Amston, Master Gardener, and we're talking about getting your microgreens started. A lot of people love those in salads and things like that. But there are some notes about which kind of seeds people should be using or not using, correct?
That's right. So you always want to make sure that you use organic, untreated seeds. Your best bet is to buy ones that are made for microgreens. They're going to give you the best results, and you can avoid some dangers, such as using seeds from peppers, tomatoes. You do not want to sprout those. The peppers are delicious and healthy. The plants, not so much.
Yeah.
They will make you sick. Same with tomatoes.
Got it. So making sure you have the correct seeds. Once you have that, there are a couple different ways to go about this. You have some beet seeds here, correct?
That's right.
So what's this process look like when people want to try to do it?
This is a little grow mat. It's made out of hemp. It's completely compostable. So when you're done using it, you throw it in the compost and it will turn back to soil.
Okay.
And that is an important point about whether we use soil or whether we use these growing mats. You need to compost them. You can't reuse them because there can be pathogens that develop in the soil. They won't hurt you, but they'll wreck your sprouting. So it's just not worth it. Just use fresh, medium.
Yeah. And so once you have your little hemp pad down there, what do you do with it? You just sprinkle the seeds on there? It looks like you've got them wet too.
Yes. You keep these damp. Initially you spray this until it's damp, and then you also soak the seeds. The larger seeds, like these beet seeds, need to be soaked ahead of time. Mm-hmm. It just boosts the germination, and you run less risk of them drying out before they sprout.
When you soak them, how long do you soak them for?
It depends on the variety. So another benefit of getting the packets of microgreens is they'll tell you on the packet. The beet seeds I soaked overnight.
Yeah. And then if you're going the soil method, like we see here with the microgreens, what is different about this method? Because it looks like you have two containers here.
I do. So what I really like reusing stuff. I priced microgreen containers and they're really expensive, so why not use the ones that are in your recycling bin? Just wash them really clean.
We have about 3 tablespoons of the pea seeds.
Yes.
What happens with these first, though, before they go onto that soil?
We want to give these a soak, especially big seeds like this.
Like just cover them?
Yeah, and seeds this big, we could soak them overnight and they would be fine.
So once the seeds have soaked for overnight, then you have to, I assume you have to take the water out.
Yes, let's drain them.
And then what do you do with the seeds?
Then we're going to put them on top of the soil. It's better to not just dump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me how it's done, Joyce.
Just sprinkle them on like this, because as soon as we start trying to rearrange them, we're going to get soil all stuck to our fingers.
We've got the seeds down. It looks like you have some fresh soil.
I do.
Do we use that yet, or do we have to do something first?
Nope. Let's sprinkle it on top, and then we'll just press it. We're just making a thin layer because it will help to keep these seeds moist.
Okay.
To have a layer of soil on top. Just going to press this down, and then we're going to give it a really good spray, because this soil is dry, so we want to make sure that these have a really good chance to stay wet.
And just soak them.
Yep.
Great. All right. And now we just wait, right?
Well, there's another little trick.
Okay.
So we're going to put a lid on, because that will help to keep them from drying out. And then if we tape one edge, then it will be like a clamshell dish, and we can open it, keep them moist like that every day. You want to give them a little spray if they're getting dry at all. And most seeds would prefer to sprout faster in the dark.
Okay.
So we can take a towel and put it over them and just check them daily. Give them a spray, take a look. If they've sprouted, then you want to get the cover off and get this whole thing under the light. And it depends also on how warm the room is. That will help them grow faster.
So after 1 to 2 weeks, they look something like this, according to the bag. And how do you harvest these?
Well, we snip them off about 1/4 inch or more above the top of the soil, and that will show you this wasn't the greatest container to use, because it's so deep it's hard to get the scissors in there. Isn't it? So you just grab them and snip some off.
They look like
that.
There
you go. Beautiful.
Yeah, look at those. You recommended not taking all of these off at once if you want to eat them bit by bit.
Right. Well, because they don't keep very long in the refrigerator, so why not have them fresh?
Right. And you do need to rinse these off,
Definitely, you need to rinse them.
Okay.
Make sure you don't have any bits of soil or ungerminated seed or anything in there. Give them a good rinse. And then if you want to keep them in the fridge, if you do decide you want to harvest this whole thing, then put them in the fridge before rinsing, and then rinse them as you use them, and use a salad spinner is really great to get the extra water out.
Cool.